Coming up on AgweekTV, we'll take you on a cattle drive, see how one rancher moves 400 head more than 14 miles.
This Minnesota farm starts its second 150 years raising turkeys in Minnesota.
I'm Michelle Rook. Farmers here in South Dakota give thanks for a bountiful crop despite some adverse conditions this season.
Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Shauna Olson. We hope you're having a happy Thanksgiving weekend. It's the time of year we reflect on what we're grateful for. And for two North Dakota farmers, one answer might be farm rescue. Jenny Schlecht has more on the group that helps producers through their worst times.
It hasn't been an easy year for Mark Naden or Doug Beekler, but both Emmons County ranchers say they have a lot to be thankful for.
As soon as I was able to look at my arm, I knew that I was going to lose it.
Doug Beekler was in what they call a double crisis. His ranch is in the drought area, and he lost his right arm in a farm accident in June. He's grateful for the help of his family, friends, and farm rescue to get him through.
The people that are out there and the willingness to help others and just the good in people is just such a great thing. It's undescribable and something that's just really going to help me out, and I'm never going to forget it.
Farm Rescue was started in 2005 by Bill Gross. Since then, they've helped more than 500 farm families through injury, illness, or natural disaster, with the help of lots of volunteers.
Free planting, haying, harvesting, and this summer a lot more hay hauling through something we call Operation Hay Lift.
Mark Naden was undergoing cancer treatment at harvest time, and he's grateful Farm Rescue stepped in to help.
It meant a lot for us. We were able to finish get our harvest done in a timely fashion. Without them, we'd have been working another 10 days trying to get our wheat harvest done.
In fact, it was the second time Farm Rescue has helped Naden. They planted his crops when he was first diagnosed 4 years ago.
There aren't a lot of organizations like Farm Rescue. There's a big need for the services that are provided through our organization. And a lot of times it can be the difference between, a family farm having to hang things up or, leaving a legacy for future generations.
Naden and Beekler both say they've learned how many good people there really are in their communities.
Talk about a bunch of dedicated guys from all walks of life. I just hope someday that I'm able to volunteer for Farm Rescue.
In Emmons County, this is Jenny Schlecht for Agweek.
Farm Rescue now operates in 6 states in the upper Midwest. If you enjoyed turkey on Thanksgiving, chances are you have a Minnesota turkey grower to thank. Minnesota is the #1 turkey producing and processing state. 450 family farms raise about 45 million turkeys every year. Mikkel Pates talked to one family who's been doing it longer than almost any other.
Erica Sawatsky is carrying on a family tradition of raising turkeys that's gone back almost to the Civil War.
From a very young age, I knew that we'd been around for a very long time. There's a lot of pride, that comes with that when you're, I think, old enough to appreciate it.
After college, Erica worked for Minnesota poultry groups for several years, but now she's come back to the farm. Erica's ancestors from Norway were among the first to settle in the region, and theirs is one of the oldest farms in the state.
But that was one of the first things that they did when they got the farm.
Her great-great-grandmother started raising turkeys in the 1860s. Now Erica's grandfather is pleased that she's keeping the tradition going.
Oh yes, that's very good. I didn't like turkeys growing up, but I changed my mind when we took over the farm.
The farm has about 8,000 breeding turkey laying hens with another 8,000 young stock, as well as corn and soybeans. In recent years, the farm and the family have weathered destructive storms and threats of disease that could have taken the whole flock, but they never considered giving up.
It wasn't until I started farming that you really appreciate some of those things and what your family has invested in time and etc. to make everything go.
Erica and her husband are grateful for the family support as they take the business into another generation, and they're encouraged by the growing consumer demand for turkey.
We've been around for so long, that's important that we keep going.
It puts the pressure on, but it's also the kind of pressure that a guy likes to know that you're part of something that's got that kind of tradition.
There's a lot of motivation behind that.
If this new farmer is any indication, the Minnesota turkey business has a long and bright future.
We want to be here for another 150 years.
For Ag Week, this is Mikkel Pates at Kensington, Minnesota.
The 2017 growing season will be remembered by many farmers and ranchers as a challenging one. But despite a late start and severe drought for some, the year ended with surprisingly good yields. Michelle Rook has more.
The harvest season is wrapping up here in South Dakota, and it's a time of pride and thanksgiving for farmers who have worked hard all season to produce a successful crop. Farmers started planting this crop shortly after last year's harvest, from varieties to weed control, and harvest is when they gauge if their plan was successful.
All the work that you put into it all year long, this is finally when you get to see what you've been working for and everything you've done, how you did. In soybeans especially, you never know what you're going to get by looking at those soybeans till you get the combines into the field.
The outcome of that harvest determines if a farmer will be profitable for the year.
It's your paycheck, so it's always exciting if you're a grain farmer to harvest that crop, see it come in. It's how you plan for the year to reap those rewards that you've worked so hard for, and that's a grain farmer.
And the harvest season is also a time of gratitude for farmers and their families.
There's a lot of pride in the quality of product we have and the value and the amounts.
Watching it grow and mature over the summer, it's a great job. I love this, and that's why I've done it for so long.
I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Week.
Coming up on AgweekTV, we'll take you on a cattle drive. See how one rancher moves his cattle 14 miles across country.
I'm 120, 130, 130, 55, once around the block, 212 pipe right here, now having time's up. So
if you're thinking about selling a piece of land, or you're looking to sell some farm equipment, or if you're thinking about a retirement or involved in an estate, give us a call. We'll sit down and tell you all about the Steffes way. We think it's a good way. That's how we approach it. If any of those are in your plans, give us a call or go to steffesgroup.com. Learn all about us. Hope to hear from you.
Make every minute of the growing season count. Schedule your equipment for a genuine Case IH parts and service uptime inspection at Titan Machinery. Our professional service technicians have the training and experience to pinpoint and repair problems before they have a chance to shut you down during the season. Avoid the high cost of in-season downtime. Give yourself the peace of mind knowing your equipment is ready to work. Schedule your equipment today by going to uptime18.com or calling your local Titan Machinery dealer. That's Titan Machinery, providing you with genuine Case IH parts and service.
Introducing the new Challenger 1000 series, tractors unlike any other manufactured by AGCO. Redefining what a wheel tractor is capable of when it comes to wheel slip, power to ground, and fuel economy. Today, it's not enough just to be tough. You've got to be smarter than everyone else, too. Contact your Challenger dealer today to get in the seat of the new Challenger 1000. Superior engineering, superior performance, superior productivity. The next generation of tractors from your Challenger dealer.
Small or large, Superior Grain Equipment has a storage solution for you with a wide variety of bin options and accessories, along with site planning and superior customer service. Plus, from top to bottom, we offer the industry's best bins and warranties to protect your products and your grain storage investment. Get superior quality, protection, and reliability with generations of experience and dependability. Make the superior choice today with Superior Grain Equipment. Ask about our winter discounts available now.
If you get right down to it, what's a farmer's job? Well, farmer's job is to feed people. Farmers collectively, our job is to feed the world. At Peterson Farm Seed, we get to have a little bit bigger picture right in our region. We get to help those farmers that we work with increase their productivity, increase the yields that they get on their farms, and as a result, more people can eat.
It's the time of year when ranchers move their cattle out of the pastures and bring them home for the winter. We headed to the Johnson Stock Farm near Sharon, North Dakota, where they do it the old-fashioned way, a cattle drive. It's likely the largest cattle drive in eastern North Dakota.
Well, we better get the show on the road.
Keith Johnson with the Johnson Stock Farm has been ranching his entire life. He's getting ready for one of the biggest days of the year.
Today we'll move almost 400 cows.
Family, friends, even strangers roll in armed with horses and utility vehicles.
They come from all over. I can't believe it.
The Johnson Cattle Drive is an event.
We get new riders every year.
They gather to bundle up, saddle up, and fire up.
I call a day like this organized chaos.
It's time for the work and the fun to begin.
Let's go. Hey!
The mission? Move these 400 cows roughly 14 miles back home to their ranch.
Ha, 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 ha! Get up there!
It actually saves a lot of time versus hauling them, especially in weather like this, where, it would take probably 3-4 days to haul them, whereas we could get this done in one day.
It's a team effort as the cows plow the way, making backcountry roads seem like interstate.
And the cows know the way too. They know it's time to go home, especially when we get 6 inches of snow overnight.
At times, it doesn't always go as planned.
No! Let's get the others with them!
It can get hectic.
They're going too fast right now. They're gonna play out.
This cattle drive has been taking place a long time.
We can't get an exact date, but we think it's been about 35 years or more. It started out with me and probably 5 of my best friends. Then as people heard of it, everybody wanted to come and be with it.
Even on this cold, snowy day, about 30 horseback riders rode along. Bill Brown hasn't missed a year since he started coming in the beginning.
It's just fun. It's just like, it's living. It's living. It's like being a cowboy and, so I don't know, I just love it.
Jessica Quinn hauled her horses 4 hours. This is her first time.
We love it. It's nature at its best. It's farming at its best. It's hard work and you get cold, but it's worth it in the end.
Drew Shannon is only 12 years old.
When the cows try to find their way out, it's fun.
It's going a good pace now. 3 miles an hour, that's what they should be going.
For Keith, this day is special.
Family's huge. I mean, my whole family's participating today, and nephews, nieces, people, friends that come from all over and stuff like that. So just about all my grandkids are out here today. It's fun for me that they're interested in.
An old-fashioned cattle drive like this is a rare event in eastern North Dakota, and Keith wouldn't have it any other way.
Where friends meet and strangers become friends.
Afterwards, the Johnson family hosts everyone with a fun-filled meal. The Johnson Stock Farm was recently named Rancher of the Year by the North Dakota Stockmen's Association. The weather's had its share of ups and downs this week. What's ahead? Your agri-weather forecast is next. And later,
the people we talk to in Fargo today have a strong affinity and care for agriculture.
Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley source for Batco. Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley Batco dealer.
BotLink helps you quickly capture drone data, distribute it to trade tools, and respond to changing conditions in real time. Capture, process, and inspect aerial imagery from your fields to fix potential issues like flooding, nutrient deficiencies, or insect damage. Easily upload drone imagery to our cloud-based software to create valuable, high-definition maps that will help save you time and make smarter business decisions to save you money.
Midwest Bank knows the business of ag. That's where our roots are. We have a commitment to agriculture and believe in the farming families in our communities. We salute these doers. Your dedication to the land powered by financial resources is what gets things done, now and into the future. Turn to Midwest Bank, where we understand farming and can keep you and your operation going strong. Doers, welcome.
Martinson Ag Risk Management offers a variety of crop marketing and crop insurance packages to our customers. With over 40 years of experience, our dedicated staff works hard to ensure you get the best advice on crop insurance, marketing, and risk management. Contact Randy or any of the staff at Martinson Ag Risk Management today at 701-205-4200 or visit us online at martinsonag.com.
Luckin Trucks and Parts sells quality used parts for all makes and models. With over 50 acres of trucks and parts and new inventory arriving daily. Family owned and operated since 1966, Luckin's specializes in the sale of quality used medium to heavy duty truck parts as well as pre-owned trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. If it's on a truck, we got it. Call us today and let us get you your part.
This week on Ag Week at Thanksgiving time, we're going to take a grander, broader look back and forward at the past growing season and what the winter might do to next spring. First of all, we'll take a look at the shifting drought conditions around the Great Plains, Midwest, and parts of the U.S. this year. It's been a very interesting year. We'll talk about winter precipitation and where that winter moisture might have the best chance of actually having an effect on spring planting and on drought conditions across the region. Going back to this spring, we started out the spring with pretty good moisture across the U.S., except it was pretty dry in the southeast and it quickly got worse in Florida. But by summertime, that went away as the tropical season hit and the drought shifted into the Dakotas and Montana, where through June, July, and August, it was very dry, especially the western part of this region. By the end of summer, drought was beginning to show up in Iowa, down in through Missouri, and it actually was growing a little bit, and the drought diminished a little bit in North Dakota, but overall has remained very dry through the fall season. Meanwhile, in the eastern Corn Belt, there are some areas that are pretty dry, especially down here on the far southern edge of that. Well, what's going to happen as we go into the winter season with the southeast part of the country pockets of drought and the northern plains? Well, let's take a look at the 90-day forecast from the Climate Prediction Center. Below average temperatures in parts of the north, above average in the south, and in some parts of New England. Let's get specific. Because we don't really have a lot of extreme drought going on right now, this is not a major concern, but the La Nina pattern does point toward warmer conditions down in the southern plains, including those winter wheat areas in Oklahoma. Equal chances, though, across Kansas and much of the Corn Belt, and it's really the southeast that's likely to be fairly warm. A colder than average winter is somewhat more likely than average across North Dakota, Montana, with the general region of colder weather expected in the northern plains, but it's iffy. It's not like we're a lock for a super cold winter. More importantly, though, is the moisture. There is an indication of above average precipitation this winter in the northern plains, but let's talk about the south first. Warm, remember, and also probably dry in Texas, but the forecast is more iffy into Oklahoma and Kansas, so we may not see much change there. The southeast looks to be dry. The Corn Belt may, in fact, be fairly wet, but the driest areas of the Corn Belt may not be impacted. So there's potential down here, Missouri and the southern Corn Belt, for maybe a dry start to the season. We'll see. It is a little dry in this area right now. And of course, across the northern plains, we don't get a lot of moisture in the wintertime anyway because it generally all runs off. So winter snows really don't usually have much impact.
Midwest Bank knows the business of ag. That's where our roots are. We have a commitment to agriculture and believe in the farming families in our communities. We salute these doers. Your dedication to the land powered by financial resources is what gets things done, now and into the future. Turn to Midwest Bank, where we understand farming and can keep you and your operation going strong. Doers, welcome.
TrueFlex Land Rollers. TrueFlex Land Rollers are designed with today's farmer in mind. With a 42-inch roller diameter, features include a heavy-duty hinge and wing lock, true roller overlap, 3-inch replaceable roller shafts, hydraulic wing steer, and more. As manufacturers, we can custom build to any size. For questions, call us toll-free or check us out online. TrueFlex Land Rollers, a division of Sprayflex.
Introducing the new Challenger 1000 series, tractors unlike any other manufactured by AGCO. Redefining what a wheel tractor is capable of when it comes to wheel slip, power to ground, and fuel economy. Today, it's not enough just to be tough. You've got to be smarter than everyone else, too. Contact your Challenger dealer today to get in the seat of the new Challenger 1000. Superior engineering, superior performance, superior productivity. The next generation of tractors from your Challenger dealer.
We're excited to bring you the new AgWeek app with useful features, the latest news and information. Get your AgWeek news, weather, and the latest episodes of AgweekTV. Plus, see real-time information on the futures market and view local cash bids for your crops. Stay updated and take AgWeek with you. Download the new AgWeek app today.
Total Ag Industries is the leader in total control. The future of ceramic nozzle technology is here today with the Total Ag Air Induction Turbo Nozzle, the only ceramic triple spray nozzle on the market. Works with all sprayers for better weed control and wheel tracks. They could be the last spraying nozzles you'll ever need.
I'm really impressed with them. It amazes me how they work so well.
Contact Total Ag by phone or visit totalag.com.
There wouldn't be Thanksgiving without farmers. As families sat down to heavily laden tables, they may not be thinking about the farmers who raised everything on it. Mikkel Pates talked to some who are grateful for farmers.
Fargo people we talk to are thankful for agriculture.
My father-in-law farms by Dumont, Minnesota, and my dad is very involved in farming. My husband hopes to someday go back and farm as well. You know, if you look at your Thanksgiving feast on Thanksgiving Day, I don't think there's a thing on your table that a farmer hasn't helped bring to your table for you.
I thank them for their hard work. You know, it's a tough job. It's a probably demanding job, sun up to sundown, and thank them for making it easy for me.
Do you have a particular connection with agriculture?
I grew up in a farming family. Both my brother and my dad are farmers. I still think of the different seasons based on the crops and like the smells of harvest and things are, you know, bring back a lot of memories too.
Everything that we eat is in some way associated with agriculture.
We have about 250, 300 head of Black Angus cattle, and then we farm about 4,500 acres. A lot of bottle feeding like the calves, getting riding the tractor with the dad, putting up hay. From planting to harvest, that's what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
I'm thankful for agriculture and especially the fact that we have some young producers like you. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
Back in the rural areas, you know, every business kind of depends on the farming and they're all affected. They work very hard throughout the entire harvest season and all year round.
Well, thanks very much for talking to us, and you have a new addition to your family, so that'll make it even more joyous.
He's our youngest one. We have two older ones and he's our last, so we're just enjoying him.
For Ag Week, this is Mikkel Pates in Fargo.
After struggling through a poor growing season and rough harvest last year, some growers in northeast North Dakota are thankful for a better season this year. But as Jonathan Knutson found in Grafton, so are the merchants who depend on those farmers.
Weather and yields are so important in farm towns. Farm town merchants are thankful when yields and weather cooperate.
We're an agricultural-based community, and we are very thankful that they're having a better year than they did last year.
Grafton is a farm town of 4,300 people. The area was hammered by excess rain in 2016. Yields were cut and harvest was tough. The farmers didn't suffer alone. Area merchants struggle too. So everyone is happy that 2017 is better.
Well, yeah, they had a fair crop. And then, of course, we don't even need to talk much about last year. You know, the prices were a little soft, and of course, we know what it was like getting a crop off. So definitely improvement on the prices and the quality and the yield.
Denise Moe is grateful for higher traffic in her store this year after a better growing season.
this year compared to last year, there's definitely an upswing. We see more wives in here than we do husbands, but occasionally we'll get the couple, and we can definitely tell that they're thankful for their production this year compared to last year.
Merchants in Grafton and other farm communities may not see a big upturn in business until later in the year. Growers will need a better idea of how they finish the season financially, but they know already stress levels are down.
We're thankful for them and for their production, and yeah, it's been a good year, I think, for them overall, for our farmers.
In Grafton, this is Jonathan Knudsen for Ag Week.
Cinderella's pumpkin may have turned into a coach, but up next on AgweekTV, we'll tell you about a girl turning pumpkins into food for needy kids. Where do you go for the latest news in agriculture? Agweek Magazine. Reaching over 30,000 farmers and ranchers in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Montana. Agweek provides the most up-to-date information on the markets, the trends, and the people who make it all happen. We're your source for news, not fluff. Dependable, trusted. Agweek. Subscribe today by calling 1-800-811-2580. We're excited to bring you the new Agweek app with useful features, the latest news and information. Get your Agweek news, weather, and the latest episodes of AgweekTV. Plus, see real-time information on the futures market and view local cash bids for your crops. Stay updated and take Agweek with you. Download the new Agweek app today.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
A Rolla, North Dakota FFA student is making a big impact in her community by helping kids in need. While riding the school bus, Billy Lentz realized how important the school backpack program was for kids. The program gives students in need food to take home for the weekend. Billy decided she wanted to help out. She began raising pumpkins, decorating them and selling them, and donating all the proceeds to the school's backpack program and the local food pantry. She's been doing it for 3 years and has raised $3,000. Thanks for watching. All of us here at AgweekTV are thankful for all of you. For all your ag news, go to agweek.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next week.